Hello, I'm Dr. Luna. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. Join me in this conversation where we'll explore together a question many people have asked me over the years. Is it really good to drink milk before bed? Maybe you've heard about it. Perhaps your grandmother recommended it. Or maybe you do it out of habit but never stop to think whether it's truly beneficial or not. Don't worry. Today I'll explain everything clearly, simply, and with warmth, as if we were having a calm and friendly chat. We know that sleeping well is essential to feeling good, especially as we grow older. Many times, we look for simple solutions to improve our sleep, and milk is one of those home remedies that seems to work. But is it a myth? A truth? Or does it depend on the person? Stay with me, because not only will we discover the answer, I'll also give you tips that may help you sleep better tonight. Throughout my experience as a doctor and nutritionist, I've supported many older adults struggling with insomnia or poor quality sleep. I've seen how important it is to understand every habit we adopt, even something as simple as a glass of milk before bed. Today I won't speak to you as someone distant, but as a friend who cares about your well-being and wants to give you helpful, science-based information explained with kindness and simplicity. So, get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey together. I promise it will be interesting and, above all, practical for you. Sleeping well isn't just a pleasure, it's a deep necessity for both the body and mind. Often, we think of sleep as just a moment to rest, but in reality, while we sleep, our body is working to repair itself, organize the information we've learned during the day, and strengthen our immune system. Without good rest, we slowly begin to lose energy, concentration, and even our good mood. And this becomes even more important as we reach older age. As the years go by, sleep tends to become lighter, more interrupted, and less restorative. Many older adults tell me they wake up several times during the night or can't sleep the same hours they used to without effort. This doesn't just affect how they feel during the day, it also impacts their physical and emotional health. Poor sleep can increase blood pressure, affect memory, reduce focus, and trigger mood swings. It can even weaken the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to illness. That's why finding ways to improve sleep quality isn't a luxury, it's an essential part of self-care. And here's where the question about milk comes in. Because when we look for gentle, natural ways to sleep better, we often turn back to traditional remedies like drinking a warm glass of milk before bed. But before we get to that, I want us to reflect together. What is your bedtime routine like? Do you eat dinner very late? Are you looking at screens right before bed? Is your room dark and quiet? These little details have a big impact on the quality of your sleep. Sometimes, even if we drink milk, if we don't take care of those other factors, we'll still have rough nights. My intention is to help you understand that improving sleep is like solving a puzzle. Every piece matters. Milk might be one piece, but it's not the only one. So as we go forward, I want you to think about everything you do before going to sleep. The sum of your habits is what truly makes the difference. Now let's explore together what's in milk that might help, or not, when it comes to sleeping better. Milk isn't just a white, creamy drink. Inside that glass is an interesting combination of nutrients that can affect our body, especially regarding sleep. Milk contains proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. But what interests us most today is that milk is rich in tryptophan and calcium. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid. Our body cannot produce it on its own, so we need to get it from food. Why is it important? Because tryptophan plays a role in the production of serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin is known as the happiness hormone, and melatonin is the hormone that regulates our sleep. When we have enough tryptophan, it's easier for the body to produce those hormones that help us relax and sleep better. Calcium, on the other hand, is not only essential for strong bones, it also helps the brain use tryptophan more efficiently. It's as if calcium and tryptophan work as a team to help prepare the body for rest. Additionally, milk contains magnesium, which contributes to muscle relaxation, and small amounts of vitamin B6, which also supports melatonin production. That's why milk is considered a food that naturally promotes calm and well-being. But it's important to remember that not all bodies react the same way. Some people feel that milk truly relaxes them, while others notice no difference at all. And that's okay. Every body is unique and responds differently. Now let's take a deeper look at how milk can actually affect sleep and what science says about it. Drinking milk before bed can have positive effects on sleep for several reasons, but it's important to understand how this process works in our body. When we drink milk, especially if it's warm, we're not just consuming nutrients like tryptophan and calcium, but also creating a routine that can have a strong psychological impact. The feeling of warmth and the habit of drinking something smooth before bed can send signals to the brain that it's time to relax and prepare for rest. From a scientific perspective, the tryptophan in milk is a key element once it enters our system. It contributes to serotonin production, which then helps form melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep cycles. This can make it easier for us to feel calm, relaxed, and fall asleep more easily. But it's also important to know that this effect isn't immediate or magical. The amount of tryptophan in a glass of milk isn't extremely high, but when combined with a light dinner and a relaxing routine, it can be enough to support the body's natural sleep process. Moreover, drinking milk can become a signal that your body learns to associate with bedtime. If you repeat this action every night, your brain may begin to recognize it as a clear message: it's time to sleep. There are studies suggesting that people who regularly drink milk before bed report sleeping better and feeling more rested upon waking. However, not all experts agree that milk has a direct and strong effect on everyone's sleep. But it's important to remember that not all bodies react the same way. Some people feel that milk truly relaxes them, while others notice no difference at all. And that's okay. Every body is unique and responds differently. Now let's take a deeper look at how milk can actually affect sleep and what science says about it. Drinking milk before bed can have positive effects on sleep for several reasons, but it's important to understand how this process works in our body. When we drink milk, especially if it's warm, we're not just consuming nutrients like tryptophan and calcium, but also creating a routine that can have a strong psychological impact. The feeling of warmth and the habit of drinking something smooth before bed can send signals to the brain that it's time to relax and prepare for rest. From a scientific perspective, the tryptophan in milk is a key element once it enters our system. It contributes to serotonin production, which then helps form melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep cycles. This can make it easier for us to feel calm, relaxed, and fall asleep more easily. But it's also important to know that this effect isn't immediate or magical. The amount of tryptophan in a glass of milk isn't extremely high, but when combined with a light dinner and a relaxing routine, it can be enough to support the body's natural sleep process. Moreover, drinking milk can become a signal that your body learns to associate with bedtime. If you repeat this action every night, your brain may begin to recognize it as a clear message: it's time to sleep. There are studies suggesting that people who regularly drink milk before bed report sleeping better and feeling more rested upon waking. However, not all experts agree that milk has a direct and strong effect on everyone's sleep. For some, the benefit is more psychological than physiological, and that's valid too. Feeling like something helps us, even out of habit, is already a positive step. It's also important to remember that the temperature of the milk can make a difference. Many people prefer warm milk because the warmth helps relax the body. Cold milk, while also nutritious, doesn't create the same comforting sensation. As you can see, drinking milk before bed can be a simple and pleasant tool for improving your rest, as long as you combine it with good habits. But we're not done yet. Now I'll tell you about the specific benefits it can offer, especially if you're already a senior. Drinking milk before sleeping can offer several benefits, especially for older adults. One of the first is that it helps establish a nighttime routine that sends clear signals to the body that it's time to rest. This small habit can make a big difference in how you feel at bedtime and how easily you fall asleep. As we mentioned earlier, milk contains tryptophan, which contributes to serotonin and melatonin production. These hormones are essential for deep, restorative sleep, though the effect is neither immediate nor miraculous. Many seniors report that drinking milk gives them a sense of calm, relaxes their body, and helps them fall asleep more easily. Another important benefit is the calcium content. As we age, our bones become weaker and the risk of osteoporosis increases. Drinking milk can not only support better sleep, but also contribute to bone health, which is vital at this stage of life. Milk can also provide a light sense of fullness. This is helpful for those who wake up during the night due to hunger, or who have dinner very early and feel an empty stomach at bedtime. A glass of milk can be enough to avoid that discomfort without causing heavy digestion. Finally, warm milk can soothe the mind. The warm temperature has a relaxing effect that helps slow down the body, especially after a stressful or busy day. This small ritual can become a pleasant moment of self-care. But as always, it's important to remember that not everything is positive for everyone. Let's now talk about when drinking milk might not be recommended. Although drinking milk before bed may have benefits, it's also important to discuss the possible risks and precautions we should keep in mind. Not everyone reacts the same to milk, and what works for some may not be the best for others. The first point to consider is lactose intolerance. Many older adults develop difficulty digesting lactose, the natural sugar in milk. This can cause bloating, gas, stomach discomfort, or even diarrhea. If you notice these symptoms after drinking milk, it may not be the best option for you. In such cases, lactose-free milk or plant-based alternatives can be considered, though they may not provide the same nutrients as dairy milk. Another factor is that some people experience acid reflux after drinking milk before bed, especially in large amounts or if the milk is high in fat. Reflux can cause heartburn and make it harder to sleep instead of helping. So if you deal with this issue, it's better to choose low-fat milk in moderate quantities. Also, think about calories. If you're on a diet to manage your weight, adding milk at night adds extra calories. While it's not a lot, if it becomes a daily habit, it could affect your dietary balance. Finally, there are people who simply don't notice any difference in their sleep after drinking milk, and that's completely okay. Not every method works for everyone. The key is to listen to your body and observe how you feel. As always, the best thing to do is try with awareness, and if you have doubts or specific health conditions, consult a professional who knows your case well. Now, I want to leave you with a final piece of advice to take with you every night. If you decide to try drinking milk before bed, do it as part of a calm and pleasant routine. It's not just about the milk, it's about the moment you create for yourself. Sit down peacefully, take deep breaths, enjoy each sip like a small gift to your body. Observe how you feel, if it relaxes you, if it helps, and always listen to your body's signals. Remember that sleeping well is a daily practice, not a quick fix. Keep regular schedules. Avoid screens before bed. Eat light dinners. Create a comfortable environment for rest. Milk may help, but you are the main character of your own well-being.